How do you brand your home office to reflect what you do? That's what we're going to talk about today. Hi, I'm Lisa Wood, interior designer in Asheville, North Carolina, and today we are going to talk about how to brand your home office and make it uniquely you. There are so many of us that are working from home nowadays, and I believe that this is really the new trend. Many companies have let go of all of their office spaces. When you are working from home and you are conducting meetings, you want it to look professional and you want it to look branded towards who you are, especially if you are an entrepreneur and doing any type of Zoom meetings and calls, etc. Because you want it to just be a special place where you are going to be very productive and very creative. Last week, I did a video on the toxins that furniture can release into your air. So if you are interested in knowing about sustainable materials and clean air quality and improving your overall surroundings, you might want to go take a look at that. Today, though, we're going to talk about your home office, and this will be kind of a two-part series. Next week, I want to show you some offices that are specific to certain types of work and just to get your juices flowing. But today, let's talk about how to get a home office set up and make it super functional. This is a great way to start with this whole topic because Steelcase actually did a study of what branding looks like in a commercial space. Logos are important. So is the aesthetics, the color, and the feel of it. Does it match the brand? Any type of product that might tie in with exactly what you do, if it's something you create or just ties in with the service you provide. 50% of how the brand is expressed is also in the environment and how it is set up for success. These other two things won't really apply necessarily for home offices because it has to do with organizational history, which you're probably not going to want to bring into your home, and then there's some other. We can definitely take a look at logos, how your workplace is set up, what kind of products can you display that will tie in and give you some visual appeal, and then how is this designed to encourage successful behavior. Before we get started, I want you to sit down and really take an assessment of what you need for a functional office. What do you need? Do you need things like storage or a whiteboard, a big wall calendar for brainstorming? Do you need video and phone conferencing setups? How about lighting and sound to take into consideration? Do you need an extra chair for a guest, for meetings or interviews, or just someone to come visit and hang out? Is this space going to be multifunctional, not only for you, but say for your kids or for a spouse or a friend? And where is this going to be located in your home? Do you have a little niche or alcove you can take over? How about a closet? Do you have a separate bedroom or a specific designated space? Make a list of all of those things that you need and then shop your home first. Because, of course, if you've already got it, that's going to save you a ton of money. Take a look at some of these ideas that I found. Ergonomics is how the body functions at its best. And if you do a lot of sitting, that's not going to be good for you all day long. So why not consider one of the standing desks that can move up and down and give you that flexibility? You also want to have a really good chair. So if you're going to be sitting for long periods of time, find a task, either a task chair, a management chair, or an executive chair that you like. And it's kind of like a mattress. You got to test them out and see how well they are. But I did put some links to a really quality line, Steelcase, down below. You can take a look at some of their products. They've been in the industry for a very long time, and they have excellent scientific research and study that goes into everything that they create. So great line to take a look at. And then if you have any questions and you just don't know what to get, you can always comment below and I'll see what I can help point you in a direction to. If you are going to be standing or sitting a lot, you could consider a treadmill desk or a bike desk. Those keep you moving and allow you to burn off some energy and help your heart rate. So again, all very super healthy for the body. 3 things I want to talk about when it pertains to your wellness in your office is sound, lighting, and plants. When it comes to sound, are you going to be on the phone a lot or doing video conferencing? And if so, we're going to look at some examples of how you can do to help combat the sound. When it comes to lighting, you want to have task, overhead, and then you can have some ambient lighting as well, which can come in the form of lamps. The best source of lighting is natural lighting. So if you have access to a window, use that, because you can even open it up for fresh air and get some breeze coming in, which always helps the space too. And don't forget about plants. Plants are so great. They don't have to be many. They can just be one or two, but they help clean the air and they are known to reduce anxiety as well. All right, now the fun part is about branding, because you really want to make this space yours. You can brand it easily by creating your own graphics using Canva, which I highly recommend. Taking those, if you're going to do like a poster size, take that to an office store and they can print that off for you, or any type of printer, and frame that. If you want to share your mission and value statements and your logo, that could be enough just to have simply in the background. And I've got some fun examples that we'll walk through in just a minute. There's all sorts of options that you can do, but take advantage of that real estate behind you, because if you're on camera, you really want it to tie in. I actually helped a friend kind of brand her office. We did it as a virtual design meeting, but we tailored it to the colors of what her brand represents, and then also got the supplies that she needed and really cleaned up her office, and it gave her such a fresh start over. She loved it, and she felt very proud to be having those one-on-one conversations through a camera. Think about that, because it's very important. I had a CEO reach out to me recently and wanted tips on how to set up his office, and we're going to be talking about that. So take advantage of the real estate around you, make it cohesive with your colors, and get some signage in. I thought this might be a fun picture just to start out with, because this is what a lot of people are experiencing. You're all dressed up from here, but down low, nobody needs to know what's going on. That's why it's important to get your office all around you really in top shape, because you could be this guy. Here's an example of a standing desk that goes up and down with an ergonomic chair from Steelcase. Some of their chairs you can actually pick the color that you want it in, which could further tie in with your brand. Here's a great plant that is in this moody, dark office. Again, it makes a nice statement, but it gives a fresh feel. You can also incorporate plants into the back wall and do a living wall, and then blend in your logo, which could be super fun. That living wall could actually be real plants. So if you have the ability to water and maintain it, wonderful. If you don't, you can make it out of silk plants and nobody's going to be the wiser. But it really gives a nice feel, especially if that ties in with who you are and what you do as a business. Plants can also be used for some soundproofing, which this is a beautiful idea. I found this on Etsy, and they make these, so you can actually order these and have them delivered to your home. It makes a beautiful statement. If you just go search moss art in Etsy, you'll come up with all sorts of options for you, but I think this is a really neat option if you need help with sound. Another product that helps with sound is what you see here in this photo. This is a fabric that can be either hung with a light bulb coming through, or you can actually put it as a 3D sculpture element on your wall. The fabric and the folds are going to absorb that sound as well. These sound absorbing panels I found at IKEA. Clever. You can create wall hangings with it. You can utilize it in lots of different ways and actually create patterns too. It's a very inexpensive way to do something that will help the sound quality greatly in your room. This idea incorporates canvases that either are printed or painted, and all you have to do to customize that is when you flip that canvas over, you can go get some soundproof foam and then just cut it to fit and insert it within the frame on the back and rehang it on the wall. That's going to give you another ability, and it's customized, and it can tie in with the whole look and feel of what you want, and it doesn't look like a sound booth. I like this idea for storage, just the clean lines of the drawers and the shelf unit. This is super functional, and it was very beautifully designed. Container Store is another great place to go look for storage solutions. If you're crafty or you have lots that you need to have access to, that you can use their alpha system and really just max out what you need and have it very adjustable and flexible. Another example from Container Store. A great and simple solution if you need to hang things is using a pegboard like this one from IKEA. You can have all of your supplies ready to grasp right when you need it, and then it's all contained within your workspace. Simple cubes for storage. You can mount these on the wall. Some of these you might be able to have built. You could DIY them yourself. You could even potentially use crates that are found at Joann's or Michael's. Very inexpensive to do. Just make sure you're going to have something sturdy enough depending on what you're putting in there, but it gives a very architectural statement. Now let's get into some examples of how you can put your logo and your marketing message into the space around you. This first one is just simply taking some prints that you can frame, and you can have it that either ties in with the colors of your brand, or you can have it with words and your values and mission statements. Just simple frames hanging on a wall that make a statement. The key is, though, if you're going to be doing video, is you don't want to have glass in the picture frame because it does reflect light and you won't be able to see the artwork. So hang your art without the glass if it is something that you want people to see. This desk setup is really great because you could be working at the desk, and then if the camera's in front of you, like this one is in front of me, and you've got that beautiful shelf in the background, you could be displaying all of your branding messages there and your fun items to show, whether it's a product or a service item, however you want to set that up. But it's a really beautiful example. What kind of logos can you share? You could have a three-dimensional logo like this one. Here's another big graphic, black and white punch. You could take the initials of your company or your logo and just go big. There are great frames that you can get, or you could even have this just mounted on foam core that you could simply hang. IKEA's got some great frames. Now this one I found on Etsy. If this is your message and it ties in with your brand, you can buy this and just put it on up. I like this logo. It's the company name. Again, three-dimensional letters that are mounted on the wall. That will be really attractive. How about this statement? If you're at the office and you have the office, let me know what you think on this. This company that I came across is called U Printing, and I just wanted to pop in a few examples to show you what's possible. These are great for a realtor. So if you're a realtor working from home and you're really not sure what to put up, you could order some of these and they will print them for you and you can hang them on your walls. This shows you different size examples of what they will print for you. I've got links down below. You can also have a custom shape if it suits your company better, just like this one. Urban Walls sells decals, which I liked, and I thought these were super fun. Just those palm branches would be a great statement, especially if you're into, you know, wellness and natural elements and that kind of thing. But you can simply just apply those decals on your wall and have your logo in between it. If you like word art, people can help you create this too. Again, it can be your message on the back wall behind you, or on canvases, or just in big frames. Think graphically because that message is powerful. Another fun example of just a dark wall with some graphics that are coming out. Again, tie them in. Think about how you can use your colors and your message. The sky's the limit, guys. You can really make this fun, and your workspace should be reflective of who you are and what you are bringing to the world. Go big and go bold with this because it really needs to be something that you will enjoy being in and letting others be a part of when they come in. There are some companies that are selling Zoom backgrounds, and I don't really like them because the camera gets all funny and your hair goes all wonky with them. And I think it has something to do with the setup and how close you are to the camera or something. But you can do this on your own, and you can have it created on wallpaper. You can have it just on big prints. You could have somebody make it for you and you install it yourself. There's so many options. No matter what you do, just kind of think through it, assess what you need, see how you can get some help. And if you really are stuck, but you really need some help, message me. Let me know. There are a lot of people that will do virtual consultations in helping you get set up for design, but feel free to drop your comments below and we can see what we can do to help you. I hope those give you some great ideas. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do so and click that bell because we'll be coming out with new content next week. Next week, I want to actually focus on specific jobs and find office setup examples that might be relevant for that type of career. So if you do something, tell me what your superpower is. Tell me what your what your job title is down below, and I will put that on my list to find specifically for you. In the meantime, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this week, and I hope it brings you some inspiration for your home office. I know it did me, and my home office is going to be a work in progress, which you'll be seeing over time. So until next week, you guys take care.